Tiffany here, and welcome to my quilting life. So, Fun Friday, part 3. Hopefully I can get, while I'm here, hopefully I can get most of the rest of this done. I got lots more to do. But so far, I'm getting things situated here. So, I'll just let a lot of people come back on, because I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to come back on knowing I was. Hi, Diane. Okay. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Sonia. My other screen keeps popping up. The screen that's this way is popping up with notifications. So, okay. Back to where we were. I'm going to open this up right here. Hi, Teresa. All right, so that's enough of you for now. I'll just get started since you guys are watching. Plus, this is going to be a replay anyway. Let me just chapstick myself before my lips go super dry. All right, so where we left off, we made these first. They finish at 5 inches. 2.5, 1 inch, 2.5. Makes this a 5-inch strip. Then we have this one, which is our background color and our accent color. 2.5, 1 inch, 2.5. So these two are going to go together. Then we have, again, the same 2.5, that our main prints, obviously. And then the background one that has the 3.5, 1 inch, and 1.5 inch cut. Okay, so what I'm going to do is the light colored ones, I separated these into 2 separate piles. So we have 10 light with the dark center, and we have 10 dark with the light center. I made 2 piles. So all the ones, this is kind of important for the design to come out. All the ones with the light color get the 2.5 inch strip one. So 2.5 with the one with the 2.5. All the light fabrics will go with this. Then the dark ones, all of them, the 10 strips, will get the 10 strips of the 3.5, the 1 inch, and the 1.5 inch piece. So they all end up at 5 inches. And what we're going to do is I'm going to lay this in front of me, and I'm going to put these 2 strip units right sides together, right here at the top. And this whole last part of this can all be chain pieced. So start off, and it's a 1/4 inch seam. And I'm just going to line them up, holding them away, and just let it go. Speed up just a little bit now that the kids are up. Yeah. Easy. Yeah. You want to show everyone? We're going to start sewing this. And if it gets loud, that's because the kids run free. Just so you know.
She's showing the medal. She wants to show the girls the medal.
Come up here and we'll show everyone. Hi, Sinead. All right, jump. Ready? Okay, show everybody. Stand up on Tiffany. Stand up. Stand up right here. Hi. Say, I got a medal at school today. Tell everyone. Say, you got to put your head down. Say, I got a medal today at school. Yeah, medal at school. Say, medal at school. Yeah, she did a good job in the baby Olympics. Well, it's Special Olympic Unified Sports for little ones in their preschool. Huh. For riding bikes.
Yes, they rode bikes, they played soccer.
And playing soccer and all sorts of little kids. Soccer. Yeah. Yeah, let's get some sewing done now. You're sitting on my strip, but we'll sew it while you're here, huh? Yeah. Oh, we got. Oh, no. We got to make sure we keep a 1/4 inch seam all the way down. Miss Triana did great today in school.
No, I'm letting go.
Yeah. Say hi to everybody. Wave your hand. Say hi, everybody.
Hi, baby. Hi,
I do. You gotta be careful because remember, I don't want your fingers near it. Tiffy doesn't have a finger guard yet. I should get a finger guard foot so that I stop running my fingers over. Yeah. All right, so I sent this one through. I'm just gonna leave it there. Then I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna keep this one right sides up and this one right sides down, keeping them together, just like so. Line them up.
Bicycle.
Yeah, you rode a bicycle.
Bicycle.
Yeah, tell everyone. Say, yay, I can do bicycle.
Bicycle, yeah.
Who else we got here? Sinead, Diane, Teresa, Vicky. Is that it? Okay. All right, so I'm just going to shoot down this one like this. 1/4 inch seam. Make sure they're right sides together. They should both be 5 inches, so they should lay perfectly on top of each other.
Down.
Down? Okay, good down. Put your feet over that way. Put your feet over that way. There you go.
Hey! Boo-boos. Abby.
Oh, CJ, what are you doing that for? That hurts.
No, it doesn't.
And don't forget, if you're new to my channel and you're watching this, to like and subscribe and hit the bell. Get your notifications when I'm on. And don't forget, if you're part of my channel, that if you're subscribed to my channel, you can subscribe down below. The link is to the group. And as soon as I'm done with everything, I'll post pictures of all the directions in the group. It's just written directions on paper with a picture taking it, okay? That way you guys can still follow along later if you don't want to do it now. You can just save the pictures or print them or whatever you want to do. All right, so now that this is sewn, I'm going to come to this other side and flip it around. And now, since I sewn this side, I'm going to sew this side. And I'm just going to speed it up a little bit more. Stop these from hooking. And now it should lay nice and flat. Sew all the way down. Just make sure you keep your machine on the table. Okay, that's good. Yep. Well, it's in parts because I have to do it live. I'm just not into this whole editing videos thing. I love the interaction with you guys, preferably. So if I have to make more than one video in a day, I will. And there I go, losing my 1/4 inch seam again. So I'm not paying attention. You see how much my machine turned? I'm going to plop this one over like so. And now if you do all 20 of them, you just line all 20 of them up, keep going, keeping them hooked, and then come to the bottom, turn that bottom around, bringing the top to your lap, and just send them down to the next side of all 20, you know? My machine just does not want to stay, so I'll slow it down. See, I don't even have to, as long as I have it lined up on my thing, I'm just gonna make sure it stays nice and flat. All right. And then if you have one of these, you just hold it like this and cut them both at the same time. All right, so that's done. I'm going to turn the camera over to the ironing station, which you guys are going to see tons of stuff over here because I'm already halfway through everything. But just momentarily, I'll show you. So you're going to get 2 turns in the next few minutes. So we're going to come down to the ironing station, which you can see some blocks already there. I got to press all of them. What we're going to do is, I don't know if you guys know this, but when you make a strip tube or sew a lot of pieces, sometimes they get a little wrinkly right here. So I don't know if you can see. See how they get a little wrinkly like that? So what I like to do is take the iron and just run some steam on top of it, keeping it nice and straight to flatten the block out. So see the difference? Here's freshly sewn wrinkles and then flat as can be. So you want to make sure you press all 20 of your pieces after you've sewn both sides, just so that it's nice and flat. Just so that you have a nice, clean block to work with. All right, I'm going to turn the camera now to the cutting area. So those of you who've never done strip tube quilts, this is what we're going to do. All right, to the cutting area we go. I'm going to do my best, but I'm kind of blocking it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this strip and the strip tube ruler. Now, if you do not have a strip tube ruler, you can take a 6.5 inch ruler like so and use that 45-degree angle line, lay it on the stitch line like so, and then cut. So you can use a 6.5 inch ruler for this project if you have one and you don't have a strip tube ruler. And it's going to be the same angle cut. So I'm going to show you right now. If we line this up on the 45-degree angle with the straight line, it's the same exact shape. So just so you guys know, because some people don't know that it's the same exact thing. But it's convenient to have the strip tube ruler. So I'm going to lay this down here, and I'm going to start way over here on this side. I'm going to make sure that I can see my bottom fabric. And I'm going to line my 6.5 inch dots. And then right below it is the 7 line. I want those lines across here, which is what is supposed to be your seam line. So I'm going to put those dots on my seam line at 6.5 inches. And I'm going to cut this side first, move my body like so, and cut that side. So I'd have this funky piece on the side. We don't need that. We're just making what I call the big stack of scraps. I'm just putting it aside. And here is the first piece. So if I carefully finger press this to the dark, like so, because it's going to stretch. You got to do this very carefully because it's on the bias now, and it will stretch and go out of place. So now we're going to flip it around. Again, lining that 6.5 inch line up right here and line up right here. Now, if this doesn't line up on this side, you can just cut it. Again, making a new straight line, which is what I'm going to do. And I carefully cut under like that, just to take off that little tiny bit. And now we're going to have a different one. I'll fold that back carefully. Just use my fingers because it's going to stretch. So finger press it like so. And there's block number 2. And because of the size, they're 2 different blocks, okay? So don't worry about, they're going to be 2 different sizes. There's 3 different block shapes that are going to come out of this. So again, I'm coming down here. I'm just going to turn my ruler, line it up on the 6.5 inch line. And then I'm also going to line up this side. And if that side is not perfect, you can just trim it when you come down. So if I have to just take those little itty bitty pieces, I will. Turn the ruler, line it back up. This strip tube thing is pretty darn easy to do though. Every once in a while, there'll be one stitch right here at the top. And you just have to see how it's stuck together with one stitch. You just have to barely touch it and it'll fall right off. Okay. Turn the ruler again. You should be able to get 8 cuts from every strip unit. So you want 8 cuts. We need all the pieces we can get. If you mess up, this quilt pattern is going to have 4 extra pieces. So if you mess up, you can only do it 4 times. So make sure that you line it up just right. Again, you can use the 6.5-inch ruler, the square, on the 45-degree line, lining up the 45-degree line on your stitch line to cut. But I'm using the strip tube ruler because it's convenient. And of course, I got to jump in the camera. See, I'm cutting like little itty bitty amounts that are getting messed up. But that's okay. Nothing's perfect as long as you trim it down correctly and you end up with a 6.5-inch block when you're done. So again, lining it up on the stitch line. Trim this little piece off right here, like minuscule amounts. And my last little junk piece is right here. We'll throw it to the side. As you guys know, I will use it. And I'm going to make 2 separate piles of the ones that are pieced with the lower cut and then the ones that are pieced with the higher one, because it's 2 different ways. And I'm going to grab my next piece. In total, we're going to have 160 blocks, 160 pieces. I like this side better because I can see the stitching. The other side's kind of dark. All right, so I'm going to make sure that I can see the end right here. I'm going to make sure that I can see my bottom one. Line up my 6.5-inch line, making sure I still have some wiggle room. It's all lined up. Hold it nice and tight. Make my first 2 cuts. Flop the ruler. Line it back up on the stitch line. That 6.5-inch dotted line goes on your stitch line. Like I said, every once in a while, you'll get a piece that has the stitch at the top that just comes right apart. And these ones will all be a different way. So when these ones are pressed open, like so, see if I can do this without messing it up. These ones, the line should be in the middle of the block. Okay, so some are at the bottom, some are at the top, and some are in the middle. That's what we're looking for. I'm very creative with my designing, you guys. Trying to do something that nobody else has done. So that's where this came in. Something that nobody else has done. And look at that. You guys could follow along all 3 videos. Hopefully there'll only be 3, but we'll see how far I can get. All right, lining it up, making sure all this matches up just right. And if it doesn't, I just trim. See that little itty bitty amount? Just trim that off. Sometimes it doesn't come off right away. This one has a stitch in it, as you can see. Okay, and it just comes right apart. And I'm keeping them in piles. Now I'm on this side, lining it up, making sure those lines are lined up. And it's nice and lined up on the sides and everything. Oops. You got to remember too, there's also seams in the middle, so it's going to make it tip like this, see? Because these 2 seams line up on this piece. On the other ones, it doesn't line up. So it's just this one, the one with the 2.5-inch strips on both top and bottom. So this one will be kind of wonky when you try to cut it, but that's okay. Just watch your ruler. All nice and lined up. Make a cut. Last but not least, I'm just going to cut this one this way because it's like it's simpler. Oh, this one needs a new cut anyway. A new line right there. Come over to this side, cut that down, take that off, move that away, put that in that pile. So that's how that's done. That's how you cut up strip tubes. Now I'm going to take these over to my pressing area, keeping all these situated. So that's dots, that's dots, that's dots. Put them right sides up because I have them in piles over here. And I have 2 separate piles with these pieces as well. So I'm going to turn it over That's a tall order. Oh, of blocks? Yeah. It's not that bad. We're making a big quilt here, guys. You know me, I can't make anything small. All right, I'm going to get the pressing area to where you can see it better while I'm pressing. So I'm going to turn the camera again. All right, one more time. Let's try to get this really quickly like. Stay. There's the whole pressing area. There we go. As much of it as possible. Oh, I'm going to slowly do this because I forgot to show you guys. We're in the group. I finished it and hung it up. It's got a really, really nice stripe binding. I called that one Movie Time, if anybody got a chance to see the pictures of that. So, all right. Sorry about all the wiggling. Okay, so obviously you can't see my face. Oh, and I got to share my wonderful socks today. They're covered in thread. But these are my socks today. My golfer socks. It's a silly day. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it to the board. Since I already finger pressed this one back, I'm just going to press it. But add some steam. And I'm going to slide it over to its pile. What I'm going to do is I want this one, the dark side up. We're going to heat that seam up. We're going to take it. And with my fingers, I'm just going to push them all back. Hold it because it's all going to stretch. As you can see what it's doing while I'm pressing, you can see that they start kind of like buckling almost. So you got to be very careful when you do it. So you heat your seam. Open it up, lay it on there, add some steam, and put it in the pile. I have a big set of pile right here next to me, and then these are all the need to press pile. Yep, my happy socks. I have like 3 pairs. My purple pair, I love my purple pair, but they go higher up on my leg. I'm silly. I like to wear silly socks. So if that means I get to wear golfer socks today, then that's what I get to wear. So make sure that you don't distort your blocks. This is all I'm going to do now is make this big, huge pile. As you can see, there's a lot right here. I mean, you can fold them back if you hold them just right without stretching them. And the way I cut these, most of the dog ears are actually off, which is kind of cool. So I'm kind of keeping them in their orders for now. I'll move it all around when I go to lay everything out. And I guess we're going to have to lay everything out on the ironing board because, yeah. I don't have another way to lay it for you guys to see the whole floor, I should say. Because usually I lay stuff on the floor. I haven't worn these socks since grade school. That's why I got mine, because my daughter didn't fit them. Her calves are too big. I don't think they make them for bigger legs, honestly. I do have one pair that I couldn't wear that was too tight. They were like made for a kid or something, and my daughter must have thought that they were adult size. But that's probably why she gave them to me. So what I'm going to do is pretty much just chain press is what I call this, where you just go one piece after the other. You set your seam, roll it back just over and over again. Add a little bit of steam. I see you're outside. The babies are outside playing. Hi. Yeah, I see you're outside. Baby's outside. Hi, Linda. Yeah, I wear them too when it's cold. That's my thing is I put on my all the way to my knee socks. And then when it's super duper cold, I'll wear the booties that Vicky made me. I've got quite the stack going on here of all these pieces. Gonna have so much fun putting this together. And that is why it's called Fun Friday. Because it's a project being done on a Friday and it's super fun. Oops. Okay, see what happens right here? See this? What just happened? These holes on the iron have a tendency to catch the fabric, and I don't know if you can tell, but it's super like ruined it. And since it's on the bias, it's hard to get it back out. So you gotta take the tip of the iron and not cross over to get it nice and straight. So watch when you're ironing, make sure that your iron doesn't do that, or else you're gonna ruin a lot of blocks and not even know it, you know? So just pressing, rolling back, set it, roll it, set it, go, ready, set, go. I'm being silly, sorry. I was watching a movie before putting the, coming back on. So that's how I time myself, by movies. So I've watched a movie and a half already. And one movie was 2.5 hours. And that's the one I'm halfway through. So that's how long I know that takes me to make something. So I'm like 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5.5 hours in on this. So, I mean, it can be done in one day. The only thing I won't be able to do today is borders because, like I said earlier, I had to order the border fabric. Okay, Sinead, we'll see you next time. It was great having you here. You can watch the replay later, and in the group, you'll be able to see what it looks like put together, and then the directions will be in there, obviously, as well. They're written on paper, and a Sharpie, but you guys will be able to understand what I wrote, and I'm sorry that I can't write a pattern. Kind of sucks, but... So we should have 6.5-inch blocks here. And to make sure that you have your 6.5-inch blocks, take a 6.5-inch ruler or any ruler, lay it on there and go, oh, look at that. That's perfect, And you could also trim all the dog ears that didn't get cut when you were trimming the pieces apart. There's a couple here, but there's not many. Some of them were already cut off on the sides. So I'm just pressing away here. It's a lot of pieces to iron, but I'm chain doing it, so 160 pieces should go pretty quick if you just keep a consistent flow. Because we got to sew them back together again after everything gets laid out. Don't worry about it. Go get some sleep. When you can sleep, sleep. I never sleep. I didn't sleep for crap last night, so I know that tonight, after all this work today, I will probably most likely actually sleep. The night before, I kinked my neck, and that was horrible because all day yesterday I was in so much pain. But I'm hoping that being up doing this all day helps with my sleep tonight, at least.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Nice. Hot.
Yeah, nice and hot, no touch. My fan is trying to blow them as I go too. If you haven't noticed. Oh, we need more water.
Wow.
Yep, we need more water in the iron. All right, make a big water mess. Fill the iron.
Nice.
Yep, you guys, anybody could watch the replay. All right. Again, I just set my seam and roll it back. I don't think this is going to matter which way the seams go on this. See, here's another one that's stuck together. You just pull them. Sometimes they don't always pull right away, but
Chip.
no, don't touch that. And try not to say, hey, put it down. Thank you. Sometimes if you don't hold the block right, it will stretch and distort itself. And I don't want to purposely do it just in case it doesn't go back. But make sure you watch that when you're doing this. Because as soon as you do that, it's going to change the size of the blocks completely. All right, so here's another stack, all done and ready to go. So these ones go in this pile, which goes up here in this pile.
Pie. Pie.
Goes in this pile as well. All right.
Pie.
Now we're on the little ones. So again, I'm going to turn them around. Put this on the bottom. Because I want them this way. I'm kind of like OCD about how I do it. You know? And like I said, there's going to be 3 different size blocks. Sharon, you want to stack these for Tiffy?
Yes.
Yeah, you stack it and put it on the pile right here. You want to do that for Tiffy?
Pie.
Yeah, put it on the pile.
I'll do.
Yeah, you do. You want to be my helper? Here, put it on the pile. Nicely. Don't wrinkle it. Yeah, don't wrinkle. She's trying, guys. She's really trying. She's like, I could do this, Tiffy.
I do. I do.
I got it. See, like this. Look. Nice. Nice. Thank you. You will watch tomorrow. Okay. Hoping to have this done tonight so that all the videos can be linked into each video. That way you don't have to scroll to find them, that the videos will go straight to it. I did that with the Bargello series. I put the links in the description below for each part of the series. So that way it's easy for people to find.
Off.
Okay, hold on. I told you you can't touch that. No touch, please and thank you.
Tummy.
All right. So what's everyone doing now? Still sitting around? See, it did it again. You see what that does? I think it's catching down here at the bottom.
Take it off?
I think it's seriously catching right there.
Tiny, please.
Hi.
Oh, it is
Hey, you
warm in here.
don't squeeze my hiney.
Do you want to open the window? Want me to open the window for you?
Oh, I just have to push it open.
Yeah, do you want me to do it? Well, you can iron. I could have done it.
I got it.
What's that? Tiffy, I could have came by on this side and never mind. Tiffy, you're just going to get fingerprints all over it. Just let me come right here and pull it open from the bottom. Oh, look at how hard that is. See? Let me do it. That's good. Good.
Was sewing till puppy got home. So Diane, you doing some sewing then? Everybody should be doing some sewing. So when I post the directions, who's gonna do this? Anybody gonna make this?
Me.
Since you don't know what it looks like just yet,
Yeah.
because I can't hang one quilt for the general idea of what we're doing up. And I don't have a pattern picture because I designed it myself. So you guys are gonna like it though, trust me.
Trust me. Trust me.
Yeah, you saying trust me?
Trust
Okay,
me.
get out of that stuff.
Trust me.
You guys hear her? She's actually saying 2 words in a row. It's very good. She's doing very good. Scott, you should hear Triana
Trust me.
say iron.
Iron.
Say press it.
Process.
Steam.
Paper.
Phone.
Phone.
Paper.
Paper.
Pencil. Friend. Say friend.
Fast. Then.
Friend. Say people.
People.
Say sticks. Say sticks. No. Say happy.
Happy.
Say stay off my phone.
Phone.
That's my phone.
A phone. But
You'll see. It's awesome.
I do. I do.
I'll do. Tiffy's trying to do it quickly like. I got one whole more pile to go after this. This quilt will probably be more of a man style quilt, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll see how the whole thing looks, obviously, once it's together, but I'm thinking the colors and the style of things, it's going to be man friendly. See, what I end up doing is I press it and then I still hold the piece. I think it works better than the folding it back part, like I was doing. I think it's faster. Because if you do this and then you have to stop, put the iron down and then flatten it, I think it's not as fast. So, but you do it how you want to do it. Whoever irons, however you iron or press or however you call it. I call it ironing because it's an iron and you're ironing. I don't know. Pressing is like if you take it to a dry cleaner. Like I used to work at a dry cleaner when I was a teenager. You take it to a dry cleaner and it goes in a special machine and it presses it's like a flat plate and then the top is the heating part that comes down and it presses it with steam. All right, let's put this right here in this stack and send this stack over here. Now we have one more big stack to do. Oops. Let's turn them this way so I have the dark side up. I totally love these colors though. Like I said, I'm not a brown person and I wouldn't normally mix brown and blue together. But this looks really cool with the browns and the blues and the golds and the creams and whatever other colors you can find in this. That's what I like about batiks. They're hand dyed. Or they're dyed on a special machine, I should say, because some of them are done with that stamp thing. If you guys watch the videos on YouTube of how it's made, there's a place that shows all that. What did everybody have for supper tonight? Popcorn for you had popcorn for dinner? Sounds good though. Not for dinner though. As a snack. Popcorn makes me gassy though, unfortunately. It makes my stomach hurt and it doesn't irritable bowel GERD doesn't like popcorn, put it that way. And then over to your daughters that fix homemade tacos. Ooh, yum, that sounds good. What kind of tacos? Chicken, beef, or pork? Because I know people eat pork tacos too. We had taco salad not last night, the night before. It's pretty much the same thing, but instead of putting it in a shell, we dip the chips in it and eat it, or crunch the chip thing up into the bowl and eat it. It's pretty good that way, actually. So these blocks shouldn't need any trimming. Beef, that's good. Sounds yum. Hard or soft taco shells? There's one for you. I eat soft. Some people eat hard. I like soft. But yet I eat chips. It's weird.
Folks talking about gas in here.
No, we're talking about tacos because I asked everyone what they had for dinner, for supper tonight.
Yeah,
or dinner, whatever you guys call it.
Yes, popcorn.
Yes, because Diane said she had popcorn so far for dinner.
Yeah.
I said I can't eat the popcorn because of my gassy belly. I'm like right at the end, and this iron needs more water, more steam. I always overfill it and it spills on the floor, by the way. Get the corn shells and fry them, and the rest of them eat the flour. So you take corn tortillas and fold your own in oil. I used to do that for my kids when they were little, and we'd have tacos because they wanted the shells, but it's too expensive to buy a box of pre-made taco shells. So it's easier to just get corn tortillas and make your own. Plus, they always seem to taste saltier, which I like salty food. All right. Just a few more pieces to go. And we can get to the next step.
Doing? How's Sissy? See what she's doing. What's Sissy doing?
All right.
What's Sissy doing?
I don't know how I'm going to show you the next step and move the camera at the same time.
Do you move the camera for you?
No, I think I got to put it at a different angle. Because I got to be able to show the layout, but I want them to see me sewing too. So.
Okay.
So I'm going to explain this while I'm right here at the ironing board. So like I said, we have 3 different style blocks. So I don't know how you can tell, if you can tell that from here. So we have the one that has the bottom, which was the upside down piece. So this was the 3.5. Then here's the opposite side of it from the 3.5. And then here is our stack from the 2.5. So 2.5.
Come in.
So this stack obviously is double the amount. If these were together, it'd be the same as this, obviously. So we are going to do this. We're going to mix them up.
You have pockets?
So I'm going to move them out of the way. I'm going to take 4 pieces, and I want them all to be different. So I'm just going to come through here and grab number 2, come through here, grab number 3 and number 4. Okay, we're going to take 4 blocks, and we're going to lay them like so, and we're going to sew them together as a 4-patch. So give me a second, and I'm going to turn the camera hopefully to see a better angle of everything. Don't mind that sound from the camera thing. All right. There's me. Right there. Is that good? Okay. So what we're going to do, so I'm going to take these 4 patch back up here so you can see. So we're going to separate all of these pieces and create a bunch of 4 patches. So I'm going to bring all my pieces over here so that you can see. I'm going to turn the iron off real quick.
Okay.
All right. I got that kind of out of the way for the moment. All right, so what we're going to do, okay. Fresh fried corn shells are good. Yes, they are. All right, since I have room right here and you guys can see right here, even though my table is brown, I'm going to move the blocks up. How far down can you see? Can you see past down here? Because I know that the camera sets a certain angle, but I did watch one of my videos before and it showed further down. I just want to make sure you guys can see the area that I'm working here. So you can see further than here? You can still see my hand down here? All right. Let's see. Oh, you can see all the way down to the rotary cutter? Oh, that's cool. I didn't know it goes that far. So at least you can see the blocks in front of me. All right. I'm going to lay them out. So here's the smaller ones first. So same as any 4 patch. I'm going to put them right sides together. I'm going to line them up like so. I'm not even cutting off the dog ears, but in the pattern I wrote to do so. For now, I'm just going to leave it all. If it becomes bothersome, then I'll, trim them away. I'm going to leave that on there. I'm going to put these right sides together. Bring them up to me. We're really not, we're not totally matching a seam with this. But what you want to do, because they're going to end up in the same spot, is you just want to come down and make sure that the bottom, and then look at this right here and say, okay, this line and this seam line match. So they're pretty much going to match up every time because they're all the same size. They were all cut from the same ruler, So I just match it up at the end. Make sure that stays folded down. Take the 4 patch, open it up, and I'm going to use my fingers to press this side one way, as in any 4 patch, because you guys have all seen this. And then I'm going to use my finger to press this seam towards me. So I'm going to get right here, come down it, and press it towards me. And then I'm going to take it right sides together, and it's still hooked, so you can't lose, your order. It's still hooked together. Line up the end, and then nest the 2 seams. So one is one way, and one is the other. I'm going to nest those. I'm going to hold them for a moment. You can put a pin in it if you need to, but you know me, I'm not really much of a pin person, even though I got a whole pile of them right here. I'm just going to line them up, keep them nice. My fabric is kind of stretching because these seams are all on the bias. They stretch really easily. I'm pretty sure you can even see them stretching on camera. Or probably not, huh? I'd like you guys to be able to see that too, so I know that the position is seeable when I cover my light. I'm just going to line the other end up, hold it down, and sew down. Trim it. Open it up, and it doesn't matter which way you press it. You can press it all to one side, or you can press your seam open if you want. I'm just going to give it a quick finger press. I'm going to take it over to the iron, but you guys aren't going to see that part because I moved the whole ironing board out of the way. I'm going to take it and press it real quick. And I want it to lay nice and flat, and I'm trying not to stretch it at all because, like I said, these blocks are now completely biased blocks. They are 100% super stretchable around all four sides. All right. So I'm going to move these down further so that you can see block number 1. And you said you can see down towards the rotary cutter, so I'm going to make it at that line so you can see. So there it is, block number 1. Now that I did this small one, let's grab these. And I'm going to take 4 different ones from this pile. 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we'll take 4. Let's move that one back down out of the way. Now I'm going to put these together like a 4 patch as well. And if you can see, now I've created a bigger square. Now watch this. We're going to sew this together as a 4 patch, and we'll go to the next one. And you guys are going to love this. This is awesome. So I'm going to line it up. Make sure everything's nice and straight where it needs to be. Sitting where it needs to be. Lay it nice. Like I said, it's all bias seams, so unfortunately, this is stretching out of whack so bad. Trying to be super careful with it. Right sides together. Wait till this whole quilt is put together. You guys are going to see, oh my goodness. Because I think it's going to be awesome. And that's why it's called Friday Fun, because I'm having so much fun making this. Again, I'm going to press one towards me and one away from me with my finger. You can take them over to the iron if you want, but I don't want to get up and down a bazillion times, so I'm just going to do it my way. Line these 2 ends up. I'm going to start the stitch real quick, then I'll finish lining everything else up because it's stretching. Pretty sure you can tell from the camera that it's stretching pretty good. I want these to line up, and it doesn't matter if they're perfect or not. All right, line this side up. And everything's being sewn with a 1/4 inch seam, and my center seam did not stay a 1/4 inch. What?
Green.
Yep. Okay, now I'm going to take this over and press it real quick. And I'll be right back. Hi, Marla. Welcome to some Friday fun. Okay, and remember with the block when you're pressing it, do not stretch or tug or yank it because it will not, it's on the bias, it will not stay that flat if you stretch it at all. So the only thing about this design that is bad is the fact that it's going to be very stretchy. All right, so let's move this pile out of the way, and since you can see right here, we're going to put block number 2 right there next to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to hold it up. So that's block number 2. Now, when you put block number 1 and 2 together, see how well I can show this. They line up right here. That's the part where this needed to stay. So let's make block number 3 because there's 3 different size blocks here. So we're going to grab from the bigger pile that has more blocks. We're going to take 4. This is all lights, by the way. We're going to take 4 different prints from the lights pile.
Right.
You're going to put them together in a 4 patch. Same with all of them. Check that out. Hi, Wanda J.
I do that.
I am making a Fun Friday quilt, my own personal pattern that I'm giving to you all for free. And it's from start to finish, and this is video number 4.
Cool.
Or, yeah, this is video number 4, I think, right? Is that what it says in the description, guys? I totally forgot what number I'm on. We're trying to make a quilt top in one day. A one-day quilt top. Okay. Right sides together. Hey, Michelle. Okay.
Yeah.
You can't sit on my lap for a second. Tiffy's got to make sure that these seams stay nice. Trying to line them up because everything's stretchy. Say stretchy.
Dressy.
Stretchy.
Dressy.
Yeah, stretchy.
Dressy.
Mhm.
Dressy.
All right. Hold it down. They're not going to line up perfectly, obviously. Like I said, everything stretches. It kind of sucks. But it's going to be awesome. Once the borders are on it, it's not going to make a difference. And obviously, no, I can't do borders today. So, all right, right sides together. And you can even chain piece sets of 2 together if you want. Everything's going to be scrappy. It's controlled scrappy, I should say. So everything should lay just right. Line this side up. Fix that little 1/4 inch seam again. All right, and then take it over to the iron.
Anna.
You go get your own water out there.
No.
Let's see, I got bad news. The eye doctor today. Borderline glaucoma for about 8 years. Today your pressure was high. He is going to decide in 6 months what he's going to do. Oh, that sucks, Marla. Hope everything goes okay, just fine, and they don't have to do anything super bad because I don't know what all glaucoma. I know that there's a lot of visual problems that end up happening with it. My mother-in-law just found, Scott's mom just found out she's, well, didn't find out, it happened. She's blind in one eye now. So she's getting shots in her eyeball. I'm blind in both my eyes, but only peripherally. All right, so here's block number 3. So as you can tell, there's small, then there's medium, and then there's large. You guys like that? Now once they're all sewn together, because now it's just scrappy, I'm going to chain piece the whole entire thing. That way this video can go faster. Once it's chain pieced all the way through, the layout is going to be awesome as well. Because there's more bigger ones than there are small and medium ones. No, wait. There's more medium ones than the bigger and small ones. I had to think about that for a second. Hi, Wanda. You have to use eye drops for it. My sister, she has issues eye drops every day. All right, you take yourself over there, please. Come on, watch out. All right, so I'm just going to grab this whole pile right here.
Mama,
I'm going to
please.
move this out of my way. I'll leave it to where I'll leave them to where you guys can see them, obviously.
You're just on the kitchen table. You go get your water.
And I'm going to chain piece this whole entire thing through.
Go get it.
Hooking 2 random pieces to each other
What?
over and over.
Bring water. Go get it.
And then the other side will be flopped. So all it does is get flopped.
No.
So I'm going to split the pile in half and just start grabbing. So take these 2, right sides together. I'm going to do the same thing over and over and over. This is how I, and you can as well, how I get through my projects so much faster. And that is a Triana running through the house being silly. If you heard that. Again, just going to take 2 random ones. And these are all my lights. So every medium block is the lights. That's why there's more of them. Then the darks are the big and small. And you'll see when it's all laid out. Obviously, you can lay it out your own way, but you'll like what I do. It will be awesome. So if I chain piece all of these through, all I have to do is flop this one around, the second one that I just sewn in, and it'll fit on number one. So that's why I'm just taking 2 pieces, sewing them together. Obviously, I'm just going to mix them around because I want them to be mixed around. That way when I sew the next 2 and the next 2 and the next 2, that they're not the same. So I'm just going to make a disaster and just keep going over and over. Lining it up, lining up my tip right here. And if this top is lined up, then this bottom will line up just nice, and that center will meet up. And it's going to be a thick seam in that center because it's got 2 pieces coming together. They don't nest because they are pressed all inward, so that the seams are all closed. You can't see it. So when they're hooked together, they're not going to nest. So hopefully that doesn't bother anyone. You can opposite the seams afterwards if you want, but that's all up to you and your preferences with sewing. If you're going to do this, obviously. I'm just going to keep going over and over, but I'm making sure every time I do that I got a V right here. Got to call midnight. Tired, can't wait to see it finished. I'll have to catch the reruns and I'll see it on Facebook also. Good night. Well, good night, Linda. We'll see you next time. And I hope you enjoyed it and I hope you want to try it. I'm hoping all of you want to try it once it's together and see what it looks like. Because I can only imagine what it would look like in another colorway. Or instead of having a solid, like I have solid, having a print instead as the, next color. So I know that it could be really awesome if you just move colors around and choose different colors. I think the accent color should always be a solid though. That way it's bold. Other than that, the background can be anything you want it to be, to go along with the main colors, or what I used 6-inch strips and or you can use jelly roll. So have fun with it. Obviously, sorry I'm not reading the screen as much, but I'm trying to get all this done in 1, 2, 3 videos, 4 videos, however many I'm at now, 4 I think. So. Obviously, I like to rush things. As long as I chain piece the whole project together, it gets done faster. Still have to line everything up, though. Sorry, you have iPhones. Help you in any prayers. Thank you. Yep, having eye problems sucks, guys. I know. I would hate to be completely blind. I already can't see. I've stopped running into walls because of this whole thing where I can't see, but I still have issues. Like if someone's coming up behind me or throws something at me, I don't see it coming. That's my main problem that I don't like with having being peripherally blind. Oh, I almost did it the wrong way. Got to make sure I do them all the correct way every time. What? What?
Green.
Green or bring? What are you saying? Bring what?
Green. Green.
So yes, this is a lot of work, 160 pieces here to be sewn together. And then we still got to, once the 4 patches are all made, they need to be organized and then put into rows. Hold on, I just thought of something. You guys get to see me going back on my own directions for a second. Okay. So I'm going to make, this quilt's going to be 12 pieces across by 13 down. So 1 row throughout this whole entire quilt will be, or I can make it 12 across by 12 down. That way it's equal. I think I'll just do that instead of 13 down. So some of the pieces will be left over for a table runner then, or something. So we will be using whatever 12 times 12 is, 144 or something.
Boo-boos.
No. You can get boo-boos, yes. Well, originally it's supposed to be 72 by 78. But if I remove it, the last row, it's going to be 72 and a half by 72 and a half. That, I usually just say 72 instead of the half mark.
Yeah.
Obviously, because there's always room for adjustment here and there.
Two.
What?
Anna.
I know you're hiding down there. Hiding, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'll just keep making them, and whatever's left over, like I said, could be a table runner.
Oh.
That way I don't have an empty row of half. I don't like it when it ends that way. I don't want a half row left. You use an AccuQuilt Go cutter. No, don't use it. I don't got the money for one of those, like at all. I'd rather just cut it all myself.
Huh? You already did it? Oh.
I do wonder what other night than she showed us her tub of strips. Oh yeah, my tub of strips. Yep, I'll cut all my own everything. I find it easier, like, so say, this is what makes it easy. So say that you want, you're making something with charm squares and you screw up a piece. Just go through the already pre-cuts that you make and pull out a 5-inch charm square, you know, for whatever you're doing. And, or say you have my favorite book, the quick and easy block tool book. Having those pre-cut strips already made that I have in there helps when you go through this book and it says, well, you need 3 and 7, you know, 3.5 or 4.5 or 5.5. You need a 2-inch strip, blah blah blah, for something. Or this one, it says 1.5 inch, 2 inch, 2.5 inch to make certain blocks. I already have the blocks to make a full-on scrappy quilt if I wanted, with all the blocks from this book. You know, I already have all the pieces, and they're already pre-cut and ready for me to do it. So that's what I like about my having and cutting my own pre-cuts. I gotta mix these up more. They're not mixed up very much. I wonder if the other night one I showed you. Oh, that's what I already read. Yep. I have tons and tons of strips and tons of everything. Technically, I'm set for jelly rolls if I wanted to match all my own fabric up. Which I already did with my last, the flying home pattern that I gave you guys that I did in the tutorial. That pattern, I made my own jelly roll for that. I could have with this, obviously, but I wanted 2 of every strip, so that's why I cut it from the 6-inch pieces. Gotta make sure I'm making a V every time. Such a good deal at Quilt Blvd. These grab bags are step set, these 2.5-inch strips. Strips set. You're writing strip set, right? I got 2. One was Halloween and the other was Christmas. So you got like a special package from Quilting the Day or something. Have any of you guys ever been over to Marshall Dry Goods in Arkansas? I think I've asked that before, but their online site, that's what I ordered from today. My fabric, I ordered lots of backing fabric because it was on sale, the 108-inch for $7.99, so pretty much $8, and which is cheaper than anywhere at all.
$8.
Yeah, whatever. It's $7.99 is what it says on the thing. I'm just saying it like the ad says. So I bought from there for the first time, and now I'm obsessed with their site because their prices are amazing. They sell all different brands of fabric. So it's probably going to be my go-to site for backing fabric from now on.
Marla says you talked about Marshalls the other night. Glad you ordered.
Yep, I finally ordered. So I have, if you guys remember the Disappearing 4-patch, it's greens and oranges and blacks and, or turquoise, and I'm trying to think of all the colors that are in it, and some stripes fabric and zigzag fabric and stuff. With the Disappearing 9-patch, I did it in a tutorial. I ordered turquoise backing for that, and then I ordered the border fabric for this, although I'm hoping that it comes out perfect because it's from Timeless Treasures, so hopefully it's what it shows in the picture and it matches good. I went ahead and got a brown because it goes with all these colors, you know. So, but yeah, and then I ordered for, I have this quilt that I made, the Daybreak, a cozy quilt design pattern, and I have yet to quilt it because I couldn't ever find, it's made with Christmas fabrics, or it's not really Christmas fabrics, so they're holiday, like pertaining to Christmas and Thanksgiving and so on and so forth on fabrics. So I ordered a green backing for that to make it more Christmas, so that way whoever gets it or ends up with it, it'll be used for whatever, and if they want it to be just the green side, they can. So it's like a hunter green that I ordered. Should be nice. We'll see. And it's a huge quilt. I did that in king size, so it's like 106 by 112. It's really, really, really big.
No, closed door. Sit.
No.
Let her be. He's not being there.
Stop.
I'm
Don't
just
shut
still
doors.
going. Still going.
Yeah, you'll be good.
There's a lot of pieces to go, but I'll get this done as quick as I can.
No.
And if any of you, if it's too late for any of you, I know it's Friday night. Some people don't work Friday or Saturday, so they can be up on Friday nights. But
You
if it's
said
too
you was
late
gonna
for
be
you,
good
go to
girl.
bed. Don't
Are
you
you
have to
gonna be
stay
good
up?
girl?
Because if I don't get this done tonight, obviously I'll come back tomorrow
You're gonna be good girl.
and finish
You
it,
wanna go back in the
or in
corner.
the middle of the night, which you guys can just watch the
Then are you
replays
gonna
for
be
it.
good girl? You need to go in the bed and be good girl. You hear me? Do you want a bus thing?
No.
We're gonna go in the garage and do a bus thing. And are you gonna go in with Tiffany, good girl?
Yes, come be good girl.
Yeah, you gonna be good girl? Hey, go in with Tiffany, good girl. Yeah, go be good being bad.
Like I said, all these blocks are on the bias, so some of them I'm trying to just stretch them to where they land. I want that seam to land in the same spot.
In the box.
From being dilated, so you can't tell if the fabric you are using batiks. Yes, they're batiks. They are this right here. This Timeless Treasures Tonga treats. You can find them at Tuesday morning, but they're expensive. Tuesday morning put the price up to $32 on these things. They used to be $22, and now they're $32. And I'm like, are you serious? They went up $10 because they were so popular. Because I guess online you can't find them for under $35. So I went on when I first bought them. I went on to Missouri Star Quilt Company and looked at their prices. And yeah, Tuesday morning's cheaper by like $2. Plus, you don't have to wait for it to be shipped to you. But you also can only choose whatever Tuesday morning has in stock, which is the hard part because sometimes they don't have the stuff in stock.
Yeah.
So you can't be guaranteed that you're going to find the same thing that you bought last time you went there, which kind of sucks. So I only had one of them, the 6-inch strip sets, but that's okay. I'm turning it into something awesome. And I just got to make sure when I go back to all these and sew them into the 4-patch that I make sure that it's all moved around. You know, it really doesn't matter if two are on opposite corners that match. It don't matter because the next two corners are going to be totally different anyway, creating another 4-patch. So it should all work out just fine and dandy. Just make sure you keep up with the quarter-inch seams. Grab bags for $7.99 is big utility. Marshall Dry Goods is that the place? Yes, Marshall Dry Goods. MDG is what it's called online. We'll check them out. My eyes are
Oh.
They must know. We shop there for them. Boutiques are costly. Yeah, they usually are. At the quilt shop, they're like way more. They're like they don't even, I haven't seen 108 backing for boutiques at our quilt shops, but online at regular ones like say Jordan Fabrics or Missouri Star and stuff, they're a little bit pricey. They're at $11.99 plus per yard. Even Hobby Lobby, the boutiques are I think it was $12.99, but they don't have much of a selection, like barely. Walmart has them, but Walmart's brand boutiques don't feel like they should. Like I like the Benertex brand, but the Walmart brand doesn't feel like these. I don't know, it feels different. But they have it for $8.99 a yard at Walmart, and they only have very, very few, at least in store. I don't know about online. When you're making a quilt just all boutiques, it becomes an expensive made quilt. Very expensively made quilt. Although some other fabrics and fabric lines can get quite costly as well. Where am I at? An hour and 19 minutes. That's it. Feels like it's been like 2 hours. I'm sewing quick and I didn't even know it. Yeah, they are. The only thing I don't like about them is when they're on the long arm and you're quilting. If you make a mess up with your stitching on the long arm, it does the same here. But if you mess up while you're out there and you have to pick it out, the holes that you make in the fabric don't go away right away. That's what I don't like about them. Like if you're stitching on regular, so say I'm quilting this part of the fabric and I mess up and I need to pick it out, it's fine. You don't see the hole anymore. You just rub your finger over it. But on boutiques, you have to wait till it's washed after you're done quilting it for that hole to go back to its normal, you know, where it's supposed to sit. You know what I mean? Which kind of sucks, but it's okay. As long as you do your, you know, if your tension is good and everything's good when you're long arming, then you shouldn't have to worry about messing up other than doing something that, you know, if you jerked or something, which I have done. Like seizure type movements while quilting. Kind of sucks. I'm almost to the end where I need to just start flipping them and turning them into 4 patches. Hey, stop slamming my door, please. You're not allowed to be bad. Remember, you said you were going to be a good treat. Come sing the ABCs for everyone.
I see that.
Yeah, sing ABCs. You sing ABCs, please. A,
A,
B,
B,
C,
C,
D,
D,
E, F. Come on, F,
Q,
F. Why aren't you singing ABCs? You want to sing me a song, Itsy Bitsy Spider? No? Oh, speaking of spiders and stuff, 2 nights ago we had a scorpion in our house. It was under the baby's blanket on the hardwood floor in the living room. I was just standing in that position, changing her diaper on the coffee table-y thing. We came back in because Mama came to pick up the girls. So we went outside and stuff so that the girls can go home. Came back in and went to clean up the last of the mess that the kids didn't clean up. And Scott picked up the baby's blanket and bam, scorpion right underneath. And literally she was just right there, and my feet barefoot were just right there 10 minutes earlier. And she plays with the blankies on the floor, so her head would have been on it, 10, 15 minutes earlier. Can you believe that? It wasn't one of those big, huge, it was, I don't know, that big around, bigger than a quarter size, obviously. But it was a pretty nice size, but it wasn't the clear ones, the ones that look almost see-through. Those are the poisonous ones when they're really tiny. It was bigger, so it wasn't as poisonous. It didn't get anybody. Luckily, Scott smushed it. He smushed it really good, and lots of nastiness came out of the guy. I was wondering why it looked like there wasn't enough pieces. I put those 2 together and those 2 together. But yeah, we had a scorpion. That's the second one in 6 years in this house. Yeah, we didn't freak. We kind of just whoop, oh, what the heck? How did it get in here? Yes, they can. Remember, Hoffman is expensive. Same for Tula's fabric is very expensive. Yes. I'm trying to think. It starts with an F. Oh my! The line that she's with, the fabric company that she goes with, Free Spirit. I knew it started with an F. So yeah, that Free Spirit fabrics. Andover is expensive. Oh my God, what's that other one called? There's another one that's super expensive. The brand itself of fabric. All right, one more, and then I'm going to turn back and go and turn these around and do the opposite, hooking 2 together. Just over and over and over. And then I'll press it all. So I'm pretty much chain piecing and chain pressing this whole entire project. So I'm just going to come here, grab this, and separate every single one. And lay them right here. I'm going to mix them up a little because I'm just going to grab 2 and go because they all should be different.
What did I do that they say yay, Scott?
Oh, killing the scorpion.
Oh, it wasn't hard. I used a sandal.
Yeah, it was gross.
Wasn't like I crushed him in my hand or anything.
We didn't try to catch him. We didn't try to pick him up and put him in a jar. I used to do that back when I lived out in the middle of Nowhereville. I used to catch scorpions and centipedes and tarantulas and put them in jars together and let them fight and see who would win. It was always a different outcome, but typically the scorpions would eat the tarantulas. So, all right. All these are apart. Time to take two. So now that they were all sewn the same exact way, just gonna give it a little finger press, and then I'm gonna grab another one. And since they were sewn this way, I just have to turn it around, and we have flop. So if that one's that way, we're gonna pull this seam this other way. So this one's this way, and the other one goes to the right. Right sides together,
Fiona, where's the cat?
and sew them together.
Where's the cat? Where's the cat? Yeah, go get it.
All right, so now we're just gonna sew down all these. I'm gonna nest these seams right here in the center, and
Get
I'm
the
gonna
cat.
hold the whole thing.
Yeah, you get it.
Remember, it's all on the bias, so you gotta watch it.
Thank
And
you.
hold it while you go, because it helps keep it from
Yeah,
stretching
thank
so
you.
much.
Good girl. No, you stay here. I'll go follow Sissy.
Now you take two more.
Yeah, I'll go see.
This whole chain piecing process makes things so much easier. So here's another one. Flop it around, right sides together. And I'm just gonna roll my pieces now. Obviously, you can press them if you want, but
Put that back. It's
I'm
not
just gonna
you to
put
play
one
with. That's
one way
Tiffy.
and one the other the whole
Yeah.
time. Just hold them in place. Gotta line up my blacks just a little bit better right
It's
here.
fine. Just leave it there like that, Trish. Just leave it there. You're good.
Hold that
Sorry.
down.
Very
Adjust it. Take it the rest of the way down.
Cord, Missy.
Grab another one and go. Yes, that one. Kate Fassett's or Cafe. Is it? Yeah. I think it's Cafe Facet or Kate Facet. One or the other. Those are expensive brands too.
Diane wants to know, is there something you can keep around the house to keep scorpions away? Not that we know of.
Well, not that we know of, except for getting our house sprayed for bugs. We used to do it, but we haven't. We didn't do it last year.
We haven't had a house sprayed for bugs since we moved in. I spray for bugs.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
I have that old school deadly insane spray that kills people too that they don't sell no more. It's like ancient that I spray once or twice a year. It's horrible. We can't be around the house when I spray it. And I only spray the outside.
It smells so bad. It's like the smell gets in the house, it gets stuck, and it's just nasty.
Yeah. I only spray the outside of the house. I normally do it twice a year actually, in the winter and in the summer. Because it's so horrible.
Oh, wow.
Probably why they don't sell it no more. Very hazardous.
Yeah. What? Yeah, he's playing it. I got Triana literally under my chair.
She's hiding.
What's my time on my video?
An hour and 28.
Wow, really? I got this far in that much time?
Yes.
Oops, my quarter-inch seam went off right there. Gotta keep checking that seam. I don't want that seam to be too messed up. They're all getting mixed up, so it's a controlled, scrappy quilt this is. And I don't know. Everything's lined up nicely. That's all I care about. It's going to look awesome once it's laid out, that's for sure. Grab two more. And before I sew, I always check. Make sure, just in case I mess up. Don't want to do that. No, you stop trying to climb.
Yeah, just wave hi to the camera. Why don't you do that?
Wave hi and be cute.
Yeah.
Hello. Say making quilt. Quilt. Say quilt.
Adam.
Yeah, I'm not done. I love the red one. Turned out great. Yes, it did. I also like the one I have hanging on the wall. that I posted in the group the pictures of. It's called Movie Time. That one is amazing. I don't know why, but that striped border makes it look like you're having a bowl of popcorn while watching a movie. Are you trying to tip it? Someone asking for something?
No, I was just gonna show them.
Oh, yeah, I showed them earlier on the last video, I think.
Oh well, there's nothing new going on with that.
I think this quilt is going to be beautiful. Yes, this one's going to be awesome. Like I said, I'm not used to using these kind of colors. I'm not really a browns, blues,
Jenna,
and
no
gold
jelly
and
rolls.
tan fan. I like really bright. As you guys know, I usually buy really bright batiks when I do stuff with batiks. My colors, my go-tos are the brightest of the bright, you know? I almost put that upside down on that.
What in the world did I didn't move the thing at all.
Scott's trying to fix the camera, guys. He's not used to it like I am moving it.
Well, now I only have half your sewing machine in.
Oh,
Before I
that's
had
fine, as
more.
long as they can see my sewing area. And actually, they can see beyond this. So when they're watching, they can see down here.
Oh, I
And
didn't
then
know that.
they most likely can see more this way and that way too. We just don't see that much of it on our screen.
Oh.
But if they watch the replay, you can see more of the video. Kind of weird.
Tiff.
Yeah,
Yep, Tiff's on TV.
yeah,
On TV.
yeah. You were on too. You were waving hi.
Yeah, Triana goes on TV too. Yeah, see, Triana's on TV now. So it's good that Mama's okay with them being on TV now, because beforehand it was hard to keep them away from me while I sewed. They would want to be in the room, and it was hard to block them out of everything because they want to be around. It's not there yet. Tilt down and back up. Is this good now? No, this will probably go for sale. It depends on my opinion of it when I'm done. Obviously, it'll be beautiful and I'm gonna love it, but like I said, I'm not a natural earth tone kind of girl. I'm a bright and shiny. I'm a rainbow. And every shade of it. What? Pencil is over there. Look under the desk. I don't know where your pencil is. Oh, well, here's another pencil. Here's a green pencil. Yeah, color pencil. Just for you. Oh, it's okay? Okay, good. Making sure. He's not used to playing with the small cameras that are attached to the computer. I hate when the seams try to fold. That's why you guys keep seeing me lift the presser foot. Because the seam in the center wants to catch. I've been at this for a while now. You'd think I'd be done by now. And I still have to press it off. But that's okay. I'm having fun. Is that how you go live now? Yeah, from my computer. Oh, look at you. Come here, show everybody your poncho. Come on. You gotta come over here.
Yeah.
Come show everybody your poncho. Get up. Ready? Jump.
Run.
Stand up. There you go. Show everyone your poncho. Say, look at me. I'm so adorable. Adorable.
Sit down.
Sit down. You gonna sit here with me? Yeah?
Truck.
Truck? Where's there a truck?
Trucking.
No, fabric.
Dada.
Fabric.
Dada.
No, it's not fa-da-dat. It's fabric.
Dada.
Yeah, okay.
Song.
Okay, don't fall. Get down careful. Get down careful. That was CJ's poncho when he was a kid. His grandma bought it for him years and years ago. Now it's a toy for the kids. Get out of those. I gave you a green pencil. No? Green.
No.
Yes. Then you're not going to color.
Red.
No, you can't
Yeah.
use those. No touch. Okay, only the green one. Yeah, she needs a sombrero. Yeah. I have a cowgirl hat, and that's about it. She could use a guitar, and then she can be Coco. She loves the movie Coco. Of course, all the kids do. They watch it over and over and over again. It's because it's got a lot of singing in it. Every once in a while, I gotta adjust my pieces. No, she's like my niece, pretty much. She's been here, been babysitting her since she was 3 months old, and now she's a little over 3. She's 3.5, almost. In September, she'll be 4. So that's how long she's been here. And we pretty much adopted her as our niece and her sister as well. Their mommy is like my sister. Good people, great kids. They keep me happy. There used to be a lot more running around back in the day, but daycare wise, I don't do that anymore because it's too much for me. Plus, all I want to do is quilt. Hi, Duana. Oh, I finally figured out how to text on your new tablet. How funny. So you got a tablet and you didn't know what you were doing on it? Let's see. That one's better. So far I'll have all the light piece 4 patches sewn. I'll probably have to go because I'm hungry now. Oh, yep, because I'm running out of bobbin again. I have one more bobbin left, so that means it's going to be time to go and eat, and then I'll probably either come on tomorrow or record in the middle of the night when everybody's asleep, and then you guys can just watch it later kind of thing.
Are you talking with me?
Because when I'm not talking, I actually go faster. So I can get it all completed in one day, hopefully. But I do need to eat something. Unfortunately, my tummy can't last too long without food in it. And I ate when I did after video 1. That goes to show how long ago I ate. I ate at like noon. So, and it's already 8:52 p.m. See what happens? I get to doing this stuff and I forget to eat. So that's another thing, you guys. Don't let yourselves forget to eat and especially stay hydrated. At least I stay hydrated, right? But yeah, I'm going to have to go so I can eat some food.
No food.
What? Yeah, I'm not ready for grandkids yet. Back on that conversation. So when my kids do have kids, it'll be cool. I won't mind. But they're Alexa's gonna be 20 soon, Damon's gonna be 19, Maxine's gonna be 17, right? Or 16. She's gonna be 17. She's gonna be 17, and then CJ will be 14, all throughout the summer. They're May, June, July, and August. So they's all summer babies. So if they start giving me grandkids now, at least Damon and Alexa, they're safe in age. Maxine and CJ, on the other hand, that ain't happening at all. Not happening. The camera on your laptop stinks. Oh. I'm going off at the same time. Oh, what is all this? Oh. All right. Oh, look at this. 2 more pieces to make. Yay. And then all these need to be pressed. And then I can get off of here. And I could probably just do the next step off camera and then come back and show you guys the layout. You know? You have a 36 and 31 old daughters. They both have a girl and a boy. That's cool. Let's see. Oh, you're asking her laptop. We'll have to get a different camera. Yeah, when I finally get to using my other camera that I bought to make videos, I have a 4/4 inch seam there. When I finally get to doing that, it will the quality of the videos will be a lot better because you guys, I'll be able to move these cameras. I can too. I can set them up close-up positions, but I don't have a way to swap them during live feed. There is a way to use multiple cameras, but I don't have the internet for it, obviously. So once I use my other camera, my new one, this camera that I bought, once I get to being able to use this more, I can set it up here. You can watch this part in close-up stitching, and I can set it up there and there, and then, you know what I mean? So you'll have better quality videos, but you guys know I like the chit chat with hanging out with you guys. That's why I like doing my lives.
Pew, pew, pew.
Your 8-year-old granddaughter loves to drive a sewing machine. So she calls it. How funny. Yeah, this one does. I don't let her touch the pedal, but I do let her help me sometimes. She's 3. But she knows to keep her fingers away. She knows not to touch the iron, that the iron is hot. She knows all sorts of stuff. So, which is good. It keeps her from getting hurt in here. She knows better than to touch any of my scissors. She can have pencils and pens and markers, colored pencils, but she cannot have scissors and rotary cutters. She knows better. She knows that they chop things up. All right, so I'm going to finish this, trim these apart, because now they are all 4 patches and ready to go. Let me open it up so you can see. So I'm going to trim all these apart, press them, and make all the next 2 sizes, which the files aren't very big, so we'll get those made up. I'm just going to keep clipping them apart.
Party.
Party? You go party? Where are you going to party
Peanuts.
at?
Peanuts.
You want peanuts?
Sissy. Peanuts.
Sissy, yes, Sissy is allergic to peanuts. What happens if Sissy eats peanuts?
Peanuts.
She goes where? Hospital?
Hospital.
Hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not good, huh? It's something bad, right?
Mom.
All right, so here's my stack. Those are all done. All I have left to do is make these 2 next sizes, all into 4 patches. I will come back in a little while. Either tonight, we'll see in the middle of the night. If any of you guys are night owls, obviously it's Friday night. If any of you guys are up later, I'll come back and work on it. If I don't come back tonight, it will be tomorrow, and I'll have most of this done, and we'll do the layout and sewing the rows together. So for now, thank you all for joining. I love it when you guys come and hang out with me, especially when I'm sewing. And I really hope that you guys are going to want to make this. And if you do, obviously, go to the group, post pictures, because I want to see. I want to see your guys' version of what I'm doing, in your style, your colors. So, what was I going to say? Don't forget, if you're new, hit that subscribe button, like my videos, hit the bell, get notifications when I'm on, which is live, not 90% of the time. And we're going to say bye-bye, right?
Bye-bye.
Say thanks for watching. Say good night, everyone.
Night.
Night. All right, where did the mouse go? I gotta come way over here. Yes, I'm gonna enjoy myself some dinner for sure. Bye, everyone.